Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, these are just my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. But even if you haven't been here before, I'll still give you a disclaimer. And if you have been here before, thank you for coming back. You're appreciated more than you could ever know. Now, I've noticed a worrying trend on YouTube at the minute. Last year I did a series of videos on advertising on YouTube. I think it's horrible, and in the end I caved and paid the extortion fee because I don't want to be advertised to, right? I pay for ITV to have no adverts, I pay for Amazon to have no adverts, I pay Netflix to have no adverts, and I pay for YouTube to have no adverts. I don't just go, I don't want adverts, pay a fee, and I don't have adverts. I have to pay each individual entity to not advertise to me. But recently I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers are starting to put paid promotions in their content. So I have to be advertised to, and it is the YouTuber specifically who is making that happen to me. And there is no way I can pay them to stop. I don't want to know about your favourite VPN. I don't want to know what protein powder you take. I am not going to buy this thing. All that it means to me is that I have to go to your content and skip through it. And I think that that's greedy myself. It's like these people will already have a monetized channel, and you can have, apparently, I don't monetize my channel, never have, never will, do not believe in it. But I get why people do, because people have, I have different content from other people. I am here to change the world. I am here to try and make it make sense why we need to change this world. And if I do that for personal gain, I ain't teaching anything. And at the end of this video, I shall be speaking. So she says the end. It's like none of my shit scripted. I just chat, right? But I'm planning for at the end. I'm planning for it to be at the end, but we never do know with my videos. I'm going to tell you about a little plan that I've got for my subscribers. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. Right? Giveaway. It is not going to cost you anything whatsoever. Right? Anyways, right. So I'm there, and I'm thinking, like the whole grasping for every penny that you can get is the exact opposite of me, what I do and why I'm here. And I get it, monetize your channel, because most content, 99% of the content on YouTube is for entertainment purposes, and get paid for it. I'm happy for that. But apparently you can have ads at the beginning, the end, in the middle, and whatever. And when I did pay, before I started paying, like you'd have some videos where every few minutes there was an ad coming on, and it's like, I'm not following the content because these ads keep popping up. And I don't want to see them. I don't give a shit about Jet2. And fun fact, actually, last night I woke up in the night with Jess Glynn in my head. Now, darling, hold my hand, right? And that has forever been, so maybe they all was saying to me, like, you need to do this video today, Carrie Ann, because I got up. I've been meaning to do this video for days. But, yeah, but that song has forever been tainted by Jet2 Holidays. It's like, we hear that now, and it's just, ooh, like me and my son. We can't hear that song now without thinking of Jet2 Holidays, and it's completely ruined a song by an artist that we both love. But we can't hear it anymore because of greed. Because of YouTube fucking greed. Just greed in general. Because everybody has to advertise. That is the norm in the world that we live in. that, you know, like everything has to have money made out of it. And that's not how I work. I don't promote myself. I haven't done for the 17 years I've had this channel, and I have no intention of doing so. Literally, because of the work that I do, it's important for me that people sort of find me at the right time for them. So I've just been for 17 years putting everything down on YouTube with no thought for like if people are seeing it. My viewing figures have gone up a lot. You know, like most videos now have 20 views, which for me personally is huge. Now, I'm not going to be promoted by YouTube because I don't have adverts. They don't make any money out of me, so I'm not going to be promoted by them. So I've just been sat there for 17 years going, one day somebody's going to go, get you. Right. Okay. So what do we do now? Because ultimately, how I work, the road that the all has taken me down, because I don't do videos just for the sake of doing videos. I do videos when I'm called to, when it's like, right, this, you know, people need to see this other view about this. So, for example, I've been doing videos on Body Blue and Lily Phillips, not because I want clout or whatever from that, just purely because they are fulfilling agendas sent down from up there. These are my enemies, the unseen bastards, the trillionaires, the people who were left with the secrets of the universe, how humanity works, how everything fucking works back in the day. They were left with secrets, and they chose to keep them behind closed doors and just let people in who fulfilled their criteria. Now, the original thing was like, do not, keep the secrets only for the initiated, and the door wholly shut to the profane. Right, and the people who were left with these secrets, chose to just let their mates in. They initiate people into their group, and most people in this group don't even know that this group is dodgy. Right, it's again purely the high ups of fucking anything know what's going on. Unfortunately for them, the people who left them with the secrets are letting the secrets out anyway, so you know they can't keep their hands on them. And literally the way that they've kept them for themselves all these years is glaringly obvious for anybody who wants to look. That it's like, hold on a minute, these symbols mean this, these symbols mean that, and they have basically just anybody with symbols, you know, church, military, anything like that, obviously they're Freemasons. But if they use symbology, you can see it's like the 6-pointed star and shit like this is a sun thing. These are natural pictures that the sun creates, and I have done videos on this many years ago where I actually took videos, and back in them days I could splice my videos together. So I do, and I think that the video that I have that has those videos in is called Apocalyptic Sun Theory. It's very old, not watched it in years. But the last time I did watch it, I'm like, yeah, actually, I can stand behind this. Because, like I say, I do a video, I drop it. I get up, I've had a dream usually, or I wake up and there's a thought in my head. It's like, right, you need to talk about this. That's what I do. I drop it. I walk away. I go about my daily life. I don't. There is no merch. Well, there is merch, so says Kez, actually, for my subscribers. If you want a badge, I will make you a badge. I've done this twice. I've made 2 So Says Kez badges for subscribers, right? Just for shits and gigs, because I want to make it make sense that the world, the way that the world is run, the whole money thing, which is the opposite of love. Jesus says it in the Bible, if you don't believe me. We do everything for money and nothing for love. You cannot do anything for love legitimately in this world, because everything has to be about money, and every penny goes through them, and ultimately most of it goes to them. They have fashioned this world so that we're just constantly on hamster wheels, just running through the same routines our entire life until we die, purely so that those few people don't have to do that. We could take them in a fist fight. I've said it many times, right? We could take the actual people who own this world, who all of the countries are in debt to, we could take them in a fist fight. There are so few people on this planet who actually make the rules, and the rest of us live by them. And the day that we realise, hold on a minute, we can run this world exactly the same way, but just not under their orders. We can make it make sense for everybody. And this is what I call the matriarchy. Now, I go on about the matriarchy a lot. The matriarchy isn't a bunch of disgruntled Karens. The matriarchy is the opposite of what we have. It's doing it for love. Is this beneficial? Is this decision that's being made going to help people or hinder people? Who is it helping? Because most of the decisions that we make at the minute benefit ultimately just a few fucking people. We have so many billionaires on the planet now, and so many more in abject poverty. And all of those people, those billions of people that live in abject poverty, do so, spend their life suffering. And yes, even middle class people spend their life suffering because they worry whether they can pay the mortgage, whether they can meet their car payment. If them bastards decide to change the numbers around, everybody's fucked except for the few at the top. And they let some people in, like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not the intellectual, self-titled, if you please, intellectual elite. And they're intellectually elite because they have secrets they're not prepared to share. Right? And there is a coming way that this is going to change. It has to, or we're all dead, basically. Because we're going down. Whilst these people get ever richer, the resources on the planet that were left for us all to share are literally being spaffed. Sorry, Boris Johnson said when he said to not investigate paedophilia in the government. He said not to spaff taxpayers' money up a wall, because he'd be fucked, mate. Don't even tell me he ain't. Don't even tell me Boris Johnson has not done that thing. Because they all do, you know, like they control each other with manipulation, with blackmail, because they've all got dirt on each other. It's like, right, if you don't do what we tell you to do, we're out in what you do on the weekend, mate. And it's like, fuck, all right then, I'll do what. That's why the world is nuts. The world is currently fucking insane, because everybody at the top is basically free to piss anybody off, because they've all got their dirty little secrets. You don't get up there. Hugh Edwards is a poster boy for this. You don't get there if you don't have secrets, mate. You have to be part of the club. It's a big club, and thank fuck I'm not in it, right? I do get why they do this. In my personal opinion, the whole the rifeness of paedophilia is just another form of degrading. It's like, right, women, because the patriarchy hates females, let's face it, the female mentality, the empathy that we have, right? And again, not just women, the goodness in people. And what better way to defile women than to harm their children, than to take their child and say, I can fucking hurt this child and there's not a damn thing that you can do about it. I think, personally, that is part of my reasoning as to why. Also, easy fucking pickings, low-hanging fruit, innit? They're not going to fight back. Oh, got some fucking pedos, but unfortunately, That's where they live. And they're who I'm after anyway. I do not wish any harm on my fellow man. I think that a lot of people, like with the YouTube thing, I think a lot of people are getting it wrong. But that's all we've been told from the age of 4. We are bred from the age of 4 to see that money, you have to pay fucking 30p just to wear your own clothes at school, for fuck's sake. What is that doing to a child's head? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh yeah, it's charity. Yeah, it's charity. And, you know, like they grow up. Oh, do you remember that day when we went to school and we got to wear his own clothes and you wore that stupid t-shirt? And, you know, like, you know, childhood memories that are fond because you got to be yourself for one day out of fucking 18 years. Shut up, Carrie Ann. Shut up. Anyways, the matriarchy is not just a bunch of disgruntled Karens. The matriarchy is men and women equally who just have a different mindset, who want the world to work for the benefit of the fucking world and not just a few overprivileged bastards who literally designed a monetary system to enslave everybody who is not them. They do not fucking deserve it. And we can see in the world around how it isn't sustainable. Tell me, you have to be living under a rock to not be advertised to. You step outside of your house, there are shopping bags with advertising on. There are buses with advertising on. You can't say like, right, well, I don't watch telly and I don't bloody watch YouTube, so I'm not advertised to. Everybody is advertised to everywhere you turn because everything is about money. Now, in the future, just a little thing to the future, that won't happen. We will have, right, check this, because I think this is wicked. In the future, we will have adverts on TV. We'll have little, well, breaks, but there won't be adverts. There'll be little education things teaching us how to be, you know, because nobody actually ever teaches you how to be a decent human being. Have you ever noticed? Nobody actually teaches you that. They teach you at school about war, about the monarchy, about, you know, charity, shit like that, unfathomable numbers, so that when you come out you leave that in the hands of the experts who belong to them. Literally all a big bag of bollocks. And in the future we'll have little things like just feel good breaks with famous people just doing what they do for love, and these famous people will still have their life of luxury. I'm not suggesting we take anything away from anybody who has anything. Even them, they can have their opulent wealth, they can have their servants, right? But they just won't be able to tell the entire planet how to live. We'll sort that out on the ground between ourselves, and it will work like that because it will work for logic, not to fulfill some orders that have been handed down that you've got to do this, hence the patriarchy. The difference between the patriarchy is you will do this, and if you don't, when I get home from work, you're getting a pasting. I'm taking something away from you. You're not having your Xbox from a fortnight unless you fulfill what I have told you you've got to do. You will be punished. That's the patriarchy. The matriarchy is, right, okay, so what are you doing? Where are you going? Let me know where you're going. Let's all be safe here. Take a big coat because it might get a bit cold later on. You doing out illegal? Don't fucking think so, mate. Like, crime will go right down for a start off because crime is predominantly born off the fact that people have no fucking money, and the majority of us don't have money. The further up you go, like to middle class and whatever, your money worries just get worse. Yes, you have more money to play with, but you have bigger bills. And then you've got to worry about the legacy you're leaving afterwards, because these bastards take all the money you've got. It's like, right, we're going to tax you, and then we want you to give us some money in case something happens to you in the future. And then we also want you to give us some money so that we can give that money back to your children when you're dead. Because let's not forget, everything's about your life planning for after you die. What money are you going to leave? Are you going to live with Jesus and shit like this? All of these things designed by them. Money designed by them. The church designed by them. The military designed by them. They have us all by little nooses. Every single fucking one of us. Man, woman and child. And they don't deserve it. We deserve it. We were all born naked, alone, with only our two hands, our gifts and abilities, and the earth's bounty to do things with. And all of those things are in the hands of them. And they work for them. And that should be glaringly obvious for everybody. I saw today, like, I didn't even know it was a thing. I you know, like during the Rona times, they said something about monkeypox because they'd put something in their jab that was monkey related. So they were like, right, it was monkey related, and they were like shit, and they did it with AIDS as well, right? This news didn't get to Bonnie Blow and Lily Phillips. But they're like, yeah, everybody needs to be tested for AIDS because there was something for AIDS that was in the jab as well. And they were worried that that was going to come out in the populace. So they made this story up so that people would go and get tested and they could get results for their medical experiment that they were conducting. It was a medical experiment. We all know that. And today, just a fucking news article, they're bringing out a monkeypox jab. It's like, I didn't say that I wanted that, you know, like, and it's like, where to go to get your job? Where did this happen? Who do you know who's had monkeypox? Why are they making this? Like, that's, and again, you know, 9 new billionaires were created just off the Rona jab. 9 new billionaires, a huge transfer of wealth from the common man to the rich. Huge transfer of wealth. And we just didn't see it coming because we were too busy shitting ourselves that we were going to die. Well, when I say we, you know. And literally, they went ahead. They're making jobs for this, that, and the other, and they aren't asking anybody. You know, they spent like how many million on this train thing, HS2? Is that still going ahead? I don't know. Did they ask you if you wanted that? When you pay your taxes, do they ask you what you want them taxes spent on? Well, funnily enough, when we sort this out and we just cut the eye off the pyramid, we don't even need to cut them off. Once we're building it healthily, running it healthily from the bottom, they'll fall off the top like the crusty old fucking scab that they are. They are not needed. They never have been. They literally enslave us all. And the time is nigh because we have to be cotton in onto this now, surely. Right? Don't want to speak too much about that because I don't want to get into trouble, you know, like I've had, you know, more than enough videos taken down for this. So we'll go on to something. We'll finish this with something chipper. So at the turn of 2024, I had, and we don't need to mention this, I'm just going to mention it because it was really cool. I had 666 subscribers, mate, at the beginning of 2024. And at the beginning of this year, I had 866, which means that I got 200 subscribers last year. Now, like I say, don't promote myself. If you literally, I'm waiting on somebody to go, yes, this girl, and share it. And then I'll know because my views will go up and whatever. But people need to understand where I'm coming from before people sort of click on and go like, no, actually, I like what this girl's saying. Let's just go. And, you know, like discuss it between yourselves. I had a conversation with my niece. Hi, Chloe, I love you. last week on the phone, and it was, you know, like, because I talk to people as much as I can about this shit in my daily life, because planting seeds and whatever. And I was talking to my niece about the matriarchy and whatever, and I was like, actually, I'm a part of the matriarchy. And I'd never really thought that, you know, like I've been banging on about it for years. And then it's like, no, actually, I am a part of that. Don't want to be a part of the people who get it done. I just want to make it make sense, so that the people who are in jobs who can get this shit done can go, like, Convergence. I used to have a website called Convergence many, many years ago when I first started YouTube. And the idea of Convergence was getting people from all walks of life. So you got your accountants, your admin, your builders, you know, like people who are different but all human, coming together and fathoming ways to just make it make sense, to do what we're doing now, but just not do it under the orders of people who are working for themselves. There was a point to that thought as well, where I might have. Oh, yeah, also disclaimer, I tangent, got right to the end for this, didn't I? Anyways, right, we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about, I now have 900, well, yesterday when I looked, I had 902 subscribers. So, like, that means I've gone up by like 20 in a year. And when I get to 1,000, I have decided that I'm going to do a giveaway. Now, it's you know, like, just as a little thank you back. Now, that I don't know what game I'm going to play to do it, but it's not going to be like, share, subscribe. I don't want to tell you to share my work unless you believe in my work and you want other people to see it so you can discuss it, shit like that, right? So I'm not going to put my work out there to other people and you can have this or you might get this. I'm not going to be like, all you've got to do is like this comment or just put I'm in the thing. I want to actually make a game out of it. I did this years ago. Back in 2022, I went to a supernatural convention and I couldn't go to the next one. I could only ever afford the one, literally most expensive thing I've ever done in my life. The most expensive thing I've ever done in my life. And it literally rinsed all my savings. And it took the government bonuses, thank fuck, that we were getting them little payouts from the government. Because otherwise I'd have had to, well, I wouldn't have gone in. I'd have just had a shit time. But I couldn't go to the next one. So I got a box, right? And I filled it with random crap. And I played a game with the people that went. And I gave everybody who wanted to play the game. So I was in a group chat. And I don't do groups. Do not get on well in groups. So I gave everybody who wanted to play a little theme. And they got to go and take photographs around the convention of this theme. So I got a friend who's really tall, so she got to take photos. Her theme was from above, so she got to take photos of things from above. And then I got another one who I from below, so she got to take photos under tables and shit like this. And then I got somebody that got to take photos of knees and shit like this. And then I got them to all send them to me. And then the person who sent the most, like, one, and my friend Natasha, hi Natasha, she won't be watching this, bless her. I don't think so anyway, wouldn't that be nice? So I sent this box at my own expense. Now I'm doing the same thing when I hit 1k subscribers. I'm not getting everybody to go out and take photographs. I want to play a different sort of game, but I want to make it so that I know that whoever wins that wants to win that. Now, I don't have the prize yet, but it is going to be another box of random bollocks. I'm going to show you a couple of things that will be in there. And I think, and I'm saying this now because I think that 2025, I think that I am going to hit 1,000 subscribers sometime this year, because I started out at 866 and now I've got 900. So I've got 40 already this year, which so I'm going to make sure I get the game done first before I do it. But I'm also going to make sure that this box is chocker with random crap. Now, don't know whether you've noticed well, I did say before that I started collecting pin badges. Now, I get them off Temu, right? And I have, because it takes like 15 days for it to come, I have accidentally bought a couple doubles, a couple of duplicates. This is one of them. This is something that you will get if I hit 1,000 subscribers and we do the giveaway and you decide to join in. You will be the proud owner of this pin badge. I don't know whether it's coming up. It says breaking news. I don't care. Ooh, I do not. I don't care. Breaking news. I don't care. That's one of the things that you'll get. You'll also get a bit of crochet, because that's what I do. So you might have an octopus. It could be an alien. I don't know what I'm sticking in. And you can turn this one down if you don't want it, because it's going to be a bugger to post. But I thought I'd stick it in. Mate, this is the biggest bit of shit. This is the shittest giveaway that you've ever seen in your entire life. You could be the owner of an doormat, mate. Decided to stick that in there. So yeah, and probably a bit of jewellery in there and shit like that. Just random crap. And when we get there, I won't say everything that's in the box, because you've got to have like some surprises, haven't you? But I will show you what's in the box before I ask you to join in, and I will post that out at my own expense. I will never ask for a penny off you for fucking anything. I just want to show the beauty of living for love instead of living for money. That's why I'm here. Part of the reason why I'm here, right? So yeah, so that's going down hopefully sometime in 2025, because like I say, I've got 40 this year and I've got 98 to go unless anybody's unsubscribed. And if you used to be, apparently, I don't know, but apparently some people get unsubscribed by accident. So if you used to be subscribed, just know that I can't unsubscribe anybody. So if you're not subscribed, please resubscribe. Because, hey, who doesn't want an doormat, right? Am I right? Am I right? Oh, God, I'm so sweaty. Right, okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully some of this has made sense. Please feel free to ask questions and talk to me. Like, please leave comments on my videos. I had this lovely chat the other day. Lovely chap, and he commented on my video, and if you're here, darling, thank you. Like, and you can tell me in the comments whether I'm right. He started it with "Hi Karen," right? Now, whether that was a dig, I do not know, right? He might have a mate called Karen who calls herself Kez. I don't know. I weren't taking that part of it. And then he said, like, I enjoy listening to you or whatever, although I disagree with what you're saying. And I told my son about this, and he went, "Oh, is it for the tits then?" Now, right, it's too much of a, right, I told you it won't be the end of the video. I was watching some adult content earlier on, and this little girl, she's a fully grown woman. She was getting banged by it, but you know what I mean? She was an adult, but she got these little tiny titties, right? And it really made me appreciate my bosoms. And I'm like, they were so little, and they were like flapping like little water balloons, little teeny tiny water balloons like this. And I used to have breasts like that when I was in my 20s, and literally I got so many insults when I was younger for the size of my breasts, and it's like, boom, these came out of nowhere when I were in my late 20s, I think. And yeah, but I don't appreciate, you know, when people say something about like, "Oh, I love your tits," and it's like, why? I don't get it, because I don't think that I have particularly big bosoms. But when I saw this young girl earlier on, I was like, and yes, I sat there on the loo when I was thinking about it, going, yeah, I do have big bosoms, because they would. My dad used to say to my mum, "More than a handful's a waste." I have wasty bosoms. unless I'm laid down. Like, we're all flat-chested when we're laid down, am I right, girls? Unless you've got fake uns. Do you know what I mean? I'm flat-chested as fuck when I'm laid on my back. Carry on. This has got absolutely fuck all to do with overthrowing the patriarchy. Absolutely fuck all. But yeah, there's always a little treat on the end of my videos. So if you've made it to the end, what do I owe you? I owe you a bevy, but you got to sit with me and drink it, because we top quality chit chat, mate. I get worse when I've had a drink. Well, you all know that, because a lot of my videos I'm a bit K-lied. Yeah, if you want to like, share, subscribe, all of that lovely goodness, then please, you know, like, you're more than welcome. I'm saying that I want to get to 1,000. I like my numbers small. I like it that I can talk to people, you know, like, I don't want to get it so that I've got like hundreds of comments, because then I can't give, or, well, I would, actually, I know what I'm like. I would give my time to those. But I'm happy with 1,000. I'm just here to plant the seeds. I am, although I've realised that, yeah, I am a part of the matriarchy because I'm actively doing something. I don't want to be the person. I don't want a cult following and like that. I just want to plant the seeds for other people. But then I panic, you know, because if somebody runs with what I'm saying, but they do it and then do it for personal gain, it's like, no, you've already. I'm a bit of a control freak like that. It has to be done. It has to be done a certain way because of who I get my information from. Do you know what I mean? The way that it's going to be done is a kind of predetermined way that I'm being let in on as time goes by. Shut up, Kerry Ann. They already think you're nuts. Right. Just going to leave that there and say thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.